Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. Today we are going to have a current affairs quiz for the upcoming MBA exams like CMAT, MICAT, XGMT, etc. We already had two sessions, and if you appeared on ZAT, you must have noticed that at least 5 to 6 questions were asked from the topics that we had discussed in those exams. Today also we will cover some of the topics. If you have not watched the previous two parts, please do watch it because there is a good chance that you can get questions from that as well. These three videos which cover the highly probable questions that could appear in the examinations. So every year, like we conduct the sessions, and we have seen that it's quality over quantity. If you see 1,000 questions and get 10 questions, rather than just see maybe uh, 200 questions and get 6 7 out of them, that's a big thing, right? Let's say that let's see this session. So if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And this is the best channel for all MBA entrance examinations. We have quality content for all exams which you will not find elsewhere. I mean, in-depth research for all the examinations, and the kind of questions that we discuss help aspirants a lot in these exams. Okay, and in case you are looking for CMAT mocks, we have 10 CMAT mocks based on the latest pattern, and like you can use them for practice, especially GK and IND, because GK is mostly static and IND is somewhere which the more kind of questions that you take, the better it is. Okay, let's check this. Let's start this session. So here's the first one. Name the mobile application recently launched by the Ministry of Education to transform education in India by equipping teachers with advanced skills for 21st century classrooms. So these app-based questions, I think one was asked in ZAD as well, similar question. So have taken up this question, although there are several apps launched by government every year, but like this, I felt that could be a valuable thing. So does anyone know the name of this app? Diksha app, Swayam Learning for Teacher, Anginat Shiksha, the teacher app. Okay, so you're all going by some Indian names. Unfortunately, the name is the teacher app. Okay, so it was recently launched by the Ministry of Education to assist teachers. So they will have access to all the content like NCRT and other material, so that they can utilize it to teach the students. Okay, to which country was India's first batch of the Indian manufactured and the most indigenously developed Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launchers exported? So DRDO developed this Pinaka multi-barrel rocket. So to which country? So it is indigenously developed means completely developed in India without taking assistance from other sources. So which to which country were these exported? So read about Indian defense as well, some recent developments in Indian defense. With which countries does India have bilateral ties, etc. So they were imported to exported to Armenia. Okay, yes, you're right. Armenia is the right answer. Okay, who has recently become the first Indian to host International Emmy Awards 2024? They were hosted, I think, in New York, and it happened in December. Very recent news. So if some things are first, Indians are involved, and at international level, that is high probability of being asked. Okay, so this is a collective quiz for different examinations. Okay, like it will be uh, in MICAT also they ask some random questions also, mostly brand related. So they hardly have 10 questions. Okay, so yes, the right answer is Veer Das. Okay, let's move to the next question. Which airline was recently awarded the 2024 Airline of the Year by the Center for Aviation at its 2024 Global Aviation Awards for Excellence in Belgrade? Belgrade is the capital of Serbia. Which airline received this award, Airline of the Year? Air India, Indigo, Akasa Air, SpiceJet, or Vistara? Okay, so different answers. Okay, so like if you've been have traveled frequently and been through different airlines, which do you think is the most punctual airline? I mean, I'm just giving a hint because I have noticed it like on most occasions, and you must have heard also a lot of times. It is the most punctual one. The right answer is Indigo. Okay, let's move to the next question. Important, you should know like these kind of appointments. 26th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, recently appointed RBI Governor. Now, these questions could be asked in your GK as well, like GK in the sense that in interviews as well. Let us say, if you say, let's say, if you're sitting in an interview and you tell that you are interested in finance, okay, so let's say, why MBA, you talk about finance, I'm interested in finance. They might ask you who is the RBI governor. Okay, so you should know these things. Yes, Sanjay Malhotra is the right answer. He was the former one, like previous one was Shatikant Das. That is 25th must have been. Which Indian Institute of Technology has recently completed India's first 410-meter Hyperloop test track? Okay, so India's first. So out of this, yes, it is IIT Madras. Okay, so first Hyperloop test track. So it will cover the distance between Mumbai and Pune in 25 minutes. Where will India's first integrated waste management city come up? Let's see how many of you know the answer to this. So previous one, I guess many of you must have heard of. So in GK, there are like GK is like nothing difficult or easy. It is about how much you know of. Okay, so some are very common events which all of the people are able to answer. Some are a bit rare events, okay, which good aspirants answer, and some are ultra rare events, right, which very few people must have read somewhere randomly, and that's what becomes the decider in some examinations like CMAT and all, which I believe are luck based. Okay, because There are certain things like wherein such things make a difference. No, so you are using the wrong logic, right? Do not use logic in GK. Reasoning use नहीं करनी है, right? So it's not uh, Indore, right? The right answer is Gorakhpur. Okay, yes, Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh. That is the right answer. Now, there are four options in these examinations because the source from where I picked these questions mostly had five options. So, as a result, I kept five options. In these examinations, I think XGMT also has four, CMAT also has four, and MICAT has random number of options 4, 5, 8. So, kept five does not matter. Okay, a number of options does not matter. Like as long as you're gaining knowledge or you're learning some concept. If it is a mock test, obviously one has to keep in the same format. Okay, so there are four options there. Now, let's see how many of you can answer this because only the ones who have followed the chess news closely would be knowing this. Otherwise, like who just uh, जो थोड़ा ऐसे ऊपर ऊपर से सुना होगा, they would answer it incorrectly. Who has recently become the second Indian and the 16th player worldwide to reach the gold standard ELO rating of 2,800 after legendary Vishwanathan Anand. So Vishwanathan Anand was the first one to get uh, fight rating of 2,800. So there is a fight based on which you rank the players, right? So you have ratings in different sports, like in cricket also you have ratings. And these are the rating points based on which you have the ranks. So who became the second Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to breach this 2,800 mark? And it is not uh, Gukesh. Most of you are saying Gukesh because you have heard about Gukesh ki Gukesh abhi world championship jeeta, but that is not answer. Yes, Shubh Chandan, you are right. The right answer is Arjun Erigasi. ओके इसलिए मैं कह रहा था कि लोग बस गुकेश गुकेश बिकॉज देव हर्ड ऑफ गुकेश राइट कि वो वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप जीत गया यंगेस्ट पर्सन बट रैंक वाइज अर्जुन एरिगासी इज द हाईएस्ट एंड ही बिकेम द सेकंड इंडियन टू क्रॉस दिस 2,800 mark. Okay, so the right answer is Arjun Erigasi. Okay, so remember this, like अगर ये question आया तो हर जगह गुकेश आंसर नहीं होगा. Gukesh based question was already asked in that, so maybe this is a question that could be asked in upcoming exams, and people are likely to get it wrong. Many people. I hope you are enjoying this session, so please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And in case you are preparing for MHCT, CMAT, SRCC, GBO, right, CMAT of course is over, but let's say if you're targeting these examinations, we have a course which is running which covers all these exams. Okay, which state has recently launched the Rajiv Gandhi Natural Farming Startup Scheme? So could be a valuable question for your IND as well. Rajiv Gandhi Natural Farming Startup Scheme. Yes, he could be the next person for the championship. So this time, like Indian chess team is very strong. I mean, in the past few, you can say months or a couple of years. Okay, so any idea which state launched this thing? So it is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so could be a valuable question for IND as well. Who was recently appointed as the Prime Minister of France? Let's see, we may have a quiz. So I have some events planned for today and tomorrow. So probably we can have one brand quiz for MyCat. Prime Minister of France. So GK is very random in CMAT if you've seen the past questions. Okay, so mostly it is static. Uh, we will probably have one marathon sessions or two marathon sessions for static GK as well. Recent Prime Minister of France. Okay, not heard of this. Important to know because I mean big countries. So big in the sense that powerful countries. So they do ask about the prime ministers, and I think Macron was the former one, or Macron is, I guess, the president of France. Okay, next question. Who has recently hit the record for the joint fastest 50 in the history of women's T20 international? So fastest 50. Okay, nice way to remember that Francois is France. Fastest 50. So it was against West Indies and 18 balls. Okay, so fastest, like it is the fastest one in the world. So there are other, I think one is Sophie Devine and one is Australian as well. So two Australians, all one Australian and this New Zealand Sophie Devine. So these two also have it in 18 balls. The right answer is Richa Ghosh. Okay, so must know because like you can possibly get questions from women cricket as well because everyone knows about men's cricket achievements, right? But people seldom know about women's cricket. And do you know who won the T20 World Cup this year? Women T20 World Cup. So I think we had discussed this in the previous session on current affairs. So New Zealand was the winner of the Women T20 World Cup. All right, next question. China approved the construction of world's largest hydropower dam on the Yarlung Zangbo River that flows into which river in India? Yes, so all these three examinations are on 25th. So do let me know which exams you are writing. So out of three, you can write only two at max because if your CMAT is in the morning, so you will like there will be a clash between CMAT and MICAT, and if it is in the evening, then XGMT versus CMAT. So I will be writing MICAT and XGMT. Okay, because lesser information known about these exams. Okay, CMAT I got in the evening slot, but it is quite far off from my place also. So instead thinking of appearing on XGMT. So China approved this world's largest hydropower dam. Okay, so it will be constructed. So Yarlung River, basically they are asking that into which river does it flow, right? So the right answer is Brahmaputra. Okay, Brahmaputra is the right answer. Okay, one could have used, sometimes you can use reasoning here also. So, Brahmaputra is which flows through China, Bangladesh, India, right? So you could have guessed that. Which two actors were roped in as the brand ambassadors for the inaugural Kho World Cup being held in New Delhi? So brand ambassadors of inaugural Kho World Cup. Acha, so Kho World Cup was held in January, right? And India won in both categories. Yeah. Men and women both were the winners. And coincidentally, the runner-up was Nepal in both. both men and women. India was the winner, and the runner-up was Nepal. And I think there were 20 men teams and 19 women teams. So this was the first time, and it was held in. It is held over. हो गया, will be held नहीं हो गया over. Right, recently, like I think 12 to 19th, it was the date. Right, it's over. So yeah, so the right answer is Salman Khan and Tiger Shroff. Okay, so both were the brand ambassadors. Salman Khan shared a story also. So if you are Salman's fan, so you must have seen his Instagram story also. I think he put a post on that. Okay. So if you read old GK, like you must have read it some 2 months back, it must have been written, it will be held in 2025, right? Now it is over as well. So you should know कि कब हुआ भी. Okay, not कि 3-4 महीने पहले की current affairs पढ़ ली. You should be updated also. Sometimes let's say they say that this person became the president. हो सकता है वो 2 महीने बाद हटा दिया हो. Okay. So recently, Andhra Pradesh government declared Dash as a state festival. For static GK, these festivals and all arts and culture are an important topic. So ensure that you read these things. So which festival is being declared as the state festival? So remember in examination there will be negative markings, right? So do not blindly attempt the questions. Yes, Rath Saptami is the right answer. Which company has become the first BFSI company to offer all three core financial services? The three core financial services are lending, insurance, and mutual fund investment on the ONDC platform. What is BFSI? So you should know these full forms also. Like CMAT mein, like they ask, sometimes they ask questions also. Okay, so BFSI is banking, financial services, and insurance. Okay, so all these banking companies, insurance companies, mutual fund companies, all these are called BFSI companies, like banks and all those things. Right, so banking, finance, banking, it stands for banking, financial services. Sometimes they ask full forms and they are uh, like last year in CMAT, I remember they asked a full form of COBOL. Okay, programming language ka pucha tha. Okay, banking, financial services, and insurance. And what is ONDC platform? Open network for digital commerce. Okay, yeah. So which is the first one? Yeah. So the right answer is Aditya Builder Capital. Okay, Aditya Builder Capital is the right answer. India and Pakistan have extended the Kartarpur Corridor Agreement until which year? Okay, so thanks to the person who recommended our channel. Okay, because hardly any people recommend our channel, and it's all organic. Okay, we don't pay any influencers to recommend us, because I mean, all these influencers, the channels or the other things they recommend are purely mostly uh, like paid recommendations. So if someone has done it selflessly, thanks to that person whoever recommended it. Okay, so do you know about Kartarpur, like corridor agreement, what it is? So I'll give you a brief also. See, Kartarpur is a place in Pakistan where there is a Gurudwara, and like you know that India and Pakistan have this tension, right? So one cannot cross the border. So there is an agreement, Kartarpur corridor agreement, under which like Sikh pilgrims who want to visit that Gurudwara, they're allowed, okay, without visa free. Otherwise, like you cannot go to Pakistan, right? Visa, you can, I mean, getting visa for Pakistan would be the most difficult thing, right? You should have very solid reason to go there, otherwise you cannot go there to Pakistan, right? So there is this agreement, Kartarpur corridor, because there is a very famous Gurudwara there, and the Sikhs are allowed visa free to visit that place, and of course under high security, right? So this agreement ended in 2024, and it has been extended for 5 more years. So 20 till 2029, that access has been extended. Okay, so could be a like there could be other questions also, like which pilgrimage, because it was recently in news. I hope you are enjoying this session, so please don't forget to like this video. And in case you are targeting CMAT and are looking for mock test, so in that, see, CMAT is a 3 hour examination, but I mean, you can finish the test in 1.5 to 2 hours and revise the things. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question. Oops. Okay. So I think there was some issue. So anyway, like you know the answer. So this was like former judge of Karnataka High Court, and he was key petitioner in the right to privacy matter. Okay, and he passed away recently. Yes, Puttaswamy is the right answer. Okay, next question. Hockey India has recently announced a year-long celebration to mark the dash year of Indian hockey. So maybe you can use some logic here. Which year of Indian hockey? So it's a year-long celebration. So from November, they started from November, and like it will go until next November. Yes, so that is the right answer. 100th year of Indian hockey. अच्छा, so like you could have eliminated two options. Like ये थोड़ा logically भी answer किया जा सकता. Let us say if you did not know the answer, how would I answer it logically is, see, like if you calculate 75th, 75th means 1949 से start होना चाहिए था. Okay, but India had won 1928 में तो इंडिया को गोल्ड मिल गया था. Remember, India won the first gold in Olympics in 1928 in Amsterdam Olympics, right? So India was playing hockey before independence as well. So this is post independence. So definitely these were not the answers. ठीक है, 200 looks way too old. Like उस समय पे इतने sport नहीं होता था. Like cricket itself began some 1840s, right? So maybe this could have been a guess between C and D, but yeah, this is the right answer is 100. So in maybe India started playing hockey in 1924, so 2024 to 2025. So 1 year entirely that will be celebrated from November to November. I think date I'm not sure of, but they started in November. Okay. Which city was India's first writers village inaugurated to encourage creativity and offer a supportive space for writers from all over the nation? So writers village, uh, it's a village which is constructed in uh, like it's a place to encourage authors. So in which city is it inaugurated? Okay, so there are certain times where you do not know the answer, you make guesses. Unfortunately, Kolkata is not the right answer. The right answer is Dehradun. Okay, I knew if people do not know, most people will answer Kolkata. Okay, so this gives us a lesson that if you do not know something in GK, do not use some logic, because we generally associate na, कि Kolkata, West Bengal related to literature. So logic fails in GK, remember. Okay, the right answer is Dehradun. The period for marking an account as inactive has been changed by NSE to how many months? So if you do not use your demat account for certain number of months, right, it becomes deactivated. So what is the new limit? And in the first two videos, like this is the third video on current affairs for this year. So in the first two videos, I discussed other questions as well. Go through them also, because in that there were six questions that we had discussed. So छह अगर current affairs से आ गए, बाकी थोड़ी basic general knowledge होगी, so people must have scored around 10 easily. Okay, so do go through those videos as well, especially Nobel Prize winners. Okay, and like awards and awards, Olympics related things also go through. ठीक है, Olympics में कौन कौन medal winners थे, which sports are they associated with? The right answer to this question is 24 months. Okay, so previously it was 12 months. Now they have increased the limit to 24 months. So if your demat account is inactive for 24 months, then it will get uh, like the account will be considered as inactive. The Indian Olympic Association has submitted a letter of intent expressing the country's desire to host which Olympics and Paralympic Games. So 2028 is Los Angeles. Okay. And like 2028, you must be knowing that after Paris, they announced that it is Los Angeles. When has India submitted, right? It is not that India will be the host. So, letter of intent. So, there are several countries. They submit their application. They want to host the Olympics, right? Now, what happens is like the Olympic committee, it goes through the proposal and then checks that whether the infrastructure is there and other stuff, and then decides and approves the country, right? So the right answer is 2036. Okay, so 2032 also. Do you know where will 2032 Olympics be held? Does anyone know? ठीक है, ये देख लेना कि like especially these Olympics and football as well, like 2026, 2030, 2034. 2034 is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Okay, or 2030 will be like 2026 is in US, Mexico, Canada. ठीक है, 2030 मल्टीपल कॉन्टिनेंट्स होने वाला है, मोरक्को, स्पेन, मतलब Africa, Europe, multiple countries, and there will be some century like some anniversary matches that will be in Argentina. So five, six countries will be the host, right? So know about these things. 2032 is going to be in Brisbane. You know where Brisbane is? Like those who watch cricket must be knowing the five, six cities of Australia. Okay, so Brisbane in Australia is going to be the host what 2032. 2036, India has submitted letter of intent, right? It does not mean that India will host the Olympics. Okay, so let's wish Ambani's make more money and uh, they make India host, right? So because of course money is also involved, right? And if they push, because Neeta Ambani is the head of Indian Olympic Association. Okay, so she might push it further, and then we may be able to host Olympics. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Which country has recently won the Davis Cup 2024 in Malaga, Spain? So which country won it? Now, why is this important? Is I mean, Davis Cup is the biggest event of tennis and one of the biggest events of tennis, and this would be remembered for the farewell match of one of the players. Who is that? So Nadal witnessed his last professional match in this. So it is like another question would be asked, which was the last tournament that Rafael Nadal played? Because see, he's a legend of the game, right? So definitely they might ask, they will not ask that which sport is he associated with, right? Everyone will know. So who was the uh, like which was the last tournament that he played? Could be a question asked, right? So the right answer is Italy. Okay. Next question. Which country has topped the recently released Global Innovation Index by the World Intellectual Property Right Organization? WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. So this could be a question for innovation and entrepreneurship as well. Innovation Index. I remember when innovation and entrepreneurship was introduced for the very first time, there was a question on what is India's rank on ease of doing business. Right. So now that rank, that index has been scrapped. Right. So this is a question which says that like which country topped the recent global innovation index? And by any chance, you know India's rank? So know India's rank as well. Ireland, Singapore, United States, Germany, or Switzerland? Yes, the right answer is Switzerland. And India was ranked 39 in this. Okay, so the countries given in the options are among the top five, six countries. Which Oscar winning British actress known for her role as Professor Minerva McGonagall in the Harry Potter film series recently passed away at the age of 89? You remember that professor? Like I have not watched Harry Potter, right? So you must have watched that old lady, that professor with the hat, right? So who was that lady? So she was Oscar-winning actress. So she won Oscar twice, right? One for the leading role and once for some. I was reading about that. So once for the assisting role, and I think once for the leading role. What is the name of that actress? So obituaries is another category of questions that you get in the examinations. Yes, Maggie Smith is the right answer. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends as well. This could be a good last moment revision for the examination. And if you have not watched the previous two parts, you can watch that as well. In case you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations, we have a course which caters to all the examinations. It includes all these sections in detail. So if you wish to enroll in that, you can check it out. The link is given in the description of this video. Okay, next question. Books and authors related questions could also be asked. Mother Mary Comes to Me was the first memoir of which author? So it was recently released, right? So could be a question in the examination. Mother Mary Comes to Me is the first memoir. So memoir means sort of life experience. So who is the author of this? Mother Mary Comes to Me. Okay, so good question for you. The right answer is Arundhati Roy. Known as a mini moon, which small asteroid orbit Earth for about 2 months in September to November 2024? So, which asteroid? So, asteroid it was size of I think a small sized asteroid, but it revolved around the Earth for 2 months, September to November. I think precisely 53 days. And since it was a small sized thing, it was also called a mini moon. What was the name of this asteroid which orbit Earth for 2 months and then it went out of the gravitational pull of the Earth? Yes, PT5 is the right answer. So 2024 PT5 was the name of this asteroid. Which airport has recently been named Jagadguru Sant Tukaram Maharaj Airport? Okay, so obviously named after Sant Tukaram. So which airport has been renamed by this? Nagpur, Pune, Kolhapur, Gwalior, Bhopal. Yes, the right answer is Pune. Okay. Acha, with this, another news which I came across could, like, you never know ki what can be asked in GK, which, because when I was reading, I came across this thing. Ki Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Subhash, you know where is it? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Airport, where is it? It's in Kolkata. It completed 100 years. Okay, so there could be a question like this also. Which of these airports completed 100 years in 2024? Okay, so it started in 1924. So it had completed 100 years. So I read about this as well. So just giving you as an additional information. Okay, so before picking these questions, I mean, like I picked questions from different sources, right? Like the daily or monthly GK PDFs, which uh, like different institutes publish. So when I go through these, I read these extra information as well. Which state has recently become the first state to get Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Platform chapter? So IND, sometimes they ask these questions. Government related schemes. Yes, the right answer is Telangana. Okay, let's see the next question. Who has topped Fortune's recent report 2024 100 most powerful women in business? So, 100 most powerful women in business. The topper is Mary Barra. She is the CEO of General Motors. Okay. All right, let's see this. Acha, these read these Fortune's 100 most powerful, right? Fortune, Time magazine, ठीक है इनके जो लिस्ट आती हैं 100 most powerful, youngest entrepreneurs, etc. Just read these information. Okay, so कभी कभी उससे question पूछ लेते हैं. So could be a helpful thing to read. Donald Trump was elected for a second non-consecutive term, the dash in American history. So Trump, now they may not ask the direct question कि Trump uh, who became the president of USA, right? Because everyone will be knowing that who became the president of USA. So they might ask that he became for the second non-consecutive term. So he was the 45th as well, and now he has become the 47th as well. Okay, Joe Biden was the 46th. He became the 45th and 47th. Now, usually what happens is if there are presidents, they become for consecutive terms, like Barack Obama, right? He was for two consecutive terms. So he's the which like he is the only second president who became for non-consecutive terms, right? Do you know who was the first? Now, I like these kind of questions if they ask these kind of questions because everyone will be reading about Trump that he became the president, right, for the second time and non-consecutive time. But who was the first one? Okay, so I'll give you the name. Grover Cleveland. He became the 22nd and 24th president. Okay, I think 1890s. First time he was from 1885 to 89 and then 93 to 97. Okay, so he was the second such second non-consecutive terms. So he became the second such president, which became the first G7 country to phase out coal power for electric generation. Coal power, right? Coal used to be a big source of, I mean, if you remember, if you have read history, industrial revolution, तो वो start ही coal power in सब चीजों से हुई थी. So which has become the first G7 country among the G7 countries to phase out coal power. Now they will no longer be using coal for electric generation. This is one interesting fact which I read, so I thought that it could be a good question to ask. So in the examination, you will have these some common events, some rare events. Now this is the deciding factor. Like जो ऐसे question आता है because most people will not be knowing this, right? And so as a result, if someone knows these kind of questions, but I mean there are plenty of things that happen around the world. Okay, so that is why I consider all these GK based exams as luck based as well, right? Unless like some examinations where all aspirants study a lot, like UPSC है, ठीक है, so everyone is studying intensely. But in these examinations, you primarily focus on aptitude part rather than GK. So definitely these are luck based questions. The right answer is UK. Okay, next. The first Vande metro train, which was renamed as Namo Bharat Rapid Rail, was inaugurated in which state? Namo Bharat Rapid Rail. Vande metro train. You have the Vande Bharat trains. Okay, so even Vande Bharat sleeper is also is going to be launched soon. I think that is under the test phase. So first Vande metro train, where was it launched? Okay, so interesting. Like Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh. Many of you are answering Uttar Pradesh. No, the right answer is Gujarat. Okay, so Namo Bharat, Narendra Modi from Gujarat. Okay, so it is between Bhuj and Ahmedabad. Okay. Name the world's most powerful launch vehicle ever developed by SpaceX. This could be an important question. You must have heard of this, right? Like at least not heard, रील देखी होगी at least. ठीक है आजकल के बच्चे इंस्टाग्राम बहुत चलाते हैं ठीक है रील देखी होगी इसमें वो that space rocket. I mean that's a very heavy rocket that this was launched. So people were saying Elon Musk. What was the name of that rocket? So कभी ऐसी चीज देखते हो तो उसके पीछे write read the name as well. Sea Dragon, Falcon, Starship, Long March, Energia. So all these things which are given in options are heavy rockets. What is the right answer? Name of this rocket. The right answer is Starship. Okay, so like if you've not watched that video, you can watch that Starship. Where you have it, that heaviest rocket launch vehicle, which was developed by SpaceX. I think it was a news of October. So 2 3 months. So if you want to cover the current affairs, right? Cover for the past 3 4 months at least. If you have done well on the examinations and are preparing for GDPI, we have the GDPI batch running. So there's a Google form which you can fill, and our team will get back to you regarding its details. And in case you are preparing for or know someone who is be preparing for uh, the next year's examinations, you can recommend us. Okay, and this will be an intense course for covering the syllabus for all examinations, and it will be a self-paced batch which will have recorded videos. There will be some live doubt resolution classes and in-depth coverage of VA and LR, which are helpful for OMEDs as well. And thank you for attending this session. And if you want to get the PDF of this video, please join our Telegram group. Okay, so by the name MBA Karo. And we had two previous sessions as well. If you have not watched those, even if you have not watched, you will find those PDFs as well on our group. Okay, so go through those questions. These are high probable questions. You cannot guarantee anything in GK, but yes, with selective reading you can prepare the questions which are more relevant, and there is nothing easy or difficult. It is how much you know, but I try to cover the questions which have high chances of coming in the examination. So if I talk about ZAT, there were at least 5 6 questions. Even last year there were some questions which were asked like in CMAT also, not exact, but similar questions were asked in CMAT. So go through these. I'll be conducting a couple of sessions on static GK as well, right? And that will help you in the examination. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.